Maya had always believed in love as a sanctuary, a promise of warmth and partnership. She had married young, swept away by the allure of a man whose charm masked a quiet cruelty. At first, their life together was filled with laughter, late-night conversations, and dreams of a family. But as the months stretched into years, the silence of her womb became the invisible wall that separated them. Her husband's eyes would harden when she spoke of children, and the gentle touches that once comforted her became absent. One evening, he left her a note: "I cannot love someone who cannot give me what I want. Goodbye." The door clicked shut behind him, and with it, Maya's world crumbled. She wandered through the city streets, numb, clutching the fragments of her broken dreams. She had thought the rejection would harden her heart, make her immune to hope. But hope has a strange way of sneaking in when you least expect it. 2 months later, a chance encounter in the park shifted the trajectory of her life. Maya had been sitting on a bench, watching children chase each other around the fountain, their laughter like tiny bells cutting through her sadness. She barely noticed the man who approached her until he crouched down, speaking gently to the 3 small children at her feet. "Hey, don't climb on the fountain again," he said, his voice soft but firm, a hint of amusement threading through it. The children obeyed reluctantly, glancing at him with a mix of fear and admiration. There was something in his eyes, a tiredness, but also a warmth that felt almost tangible. Maya watched, captivated by the care with which he moved, the gentle authority he carried. Finally, he noticed her. "Sorry about the chaos," he said, straightening up and brushing his hands on his jeans. "I'm Liam. These 3 little hurricanes are my life." Maya smiled faintly. "Maya," she replied. The smile barely reached her eyes. For a few weeks, Maya kept crossing paths with Liam in the park. Sometimes it was deliberate, sometimes sheer coincidence. They began talking, not just the casual exchanges of strangers, but conversations that delved into fears, dreams, and quiet heartbreaks. Maya learned that Liam had lost his wife 2 years ago, leaving him with 3 children under the age of 10. The grief had been suffocating, but he had shouldered it alone, finding a rhythm that balanced work, care, and love. There was a moment one late afternoon when Liam turned to her as the children built a makeshift fort with fallen branches. "You know," he said, voice low, "I never thought I'd meet someone who could understand all this, the noise, the chaos, the mess that comes with love and loss." Maya felt her chest tighten. She had long stopped expecting miracles, yet here was one, standing before her in worn sneakers and a tired smile. One evening, after a picnic at the park, Liam invited Maya and the children to dinner at his modest apartment. Maya hesitated, a flicker of fear in her chest. She had been rejected for not being able to give life, but these children, all of them, they seemed to beckon her into a family she never thought she could have. As they ate, the children chatted around her, sharing stories of school and mischief. Liam watched Maya with quiet curiosity, noting how naturally she listened, how her laughter wove itself into the rhythm of their little world. There was no expectation, no judgment, only an unspoken acceptance that made her feel safe for the first time in years. Weeks turned into months. Liam and Maya grew close, their relationship blossoming in the quiet spaces of shared dinners, laughter, and long walks with the children. She discovered the small, tender moments of family life, the way a child would rest their head against her shoulder, how Liam's hand would find hers while comforting a scraped knee. Maya had thought her barrenness was a curse, a reason for her unworthiness. But in Liam's eyes, she was enough, more than enough. The turning point came on a rainy Sunday afternoon. Liam and Maya were cleaning up after a spontaneous indoor picnic when the youngest child, Ella, tugged on Maya's sleeve. "Mom, will you be our mom forever?" Maya's heart stopped. She knelt to meet Ella's wide, trusting eyes. "I'll try my very best," she whispered, her voice breaking, her tears mingling with laughter. Liam approached quietly, wrapping his arms around both of them. "I never thought I could love again," he said softly, "but you've made me believe it's possible." Maya looked up at him, seeing not just love but an unspoken promise. She realized then that life doesn't always follow the path we imagine. Sometimes, what feels like an ending is just the beginning of a story far more beautiful than we could have dreamed. Months later, Liam proposed, not with grandeur, but with the quiet certainty of someone who had found a home in another's heart. The children cheered, Maya laughed through tears, and for the first time, she felt whole. Her barrenness, once a source of pain, became irrelevant. In the warmth of a family she hadn't expected, she found her purpose, her love, and her peace. Life wasn't perfect. There were challenges, sleepless nights, and moments of doubt. But in Liam's eyes, and in the laughter of the children clinging to her, Maya discovered that sometimes the greatest love stories are the ones we never see coming. The woman who had been abandoned for what she lacked now found herself cherished for the heart she had always carried. And in choosing her, Liam found more than a partner, he found a family, a sanctuary, and the promise of joy that had seemed forever out of reach.